List, see the bracket, this tuple, normal braces. Set curly braces. Dictionary key and value pair, right? Key and value, right? List, tuple, set, and dictionary. Now we'll be discussing about, okay, list of values x equal to square bracket 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Tuple, set of values. Dictionary. Dictionary, for example, P equal to yes. Name Ajay, age 25. For example, this is key, this is value. What is this? Name is key. Key value representations, key and value. Age 25. This is key and this is value, right? This value, key value representations. Multi-line comments in Python. Single line comment starts with hash symbol. Multiple lines, if you want to comment, start with triple quote, end with triple quote. Okay, now see this. First, we discuss about list. Today and tomorrow, our discussion will be on lists. List operations. List. List is a collection data type which holds group of values. Which holds group of values. Group of set of values or group of values or collection of values. It's a collection data type which holds group of values, right? Okay. Before we go with list operations, list of properties. List properties. First one. List is represented using square braces. List allows both homogeneous and heterogeneous. Homogeneous. Homogeneous means similar. Similar. List allows both homogeneous and heterogeneous. Heterogeneous means dissimilar or different. Dissimilar or different. List allows both homogeneous and heterogeneous elements. In C language, if you observe array is there, it allows only homogeneous. Heterogeneous don't allow. Example of this: x equal to salaries equal to list of salaries 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. So here homogeneous. Homogeneous means list of integers, list of sals, integers, right? List of is homogeneous. For example, employee is a list. Employee name Ajay is ID 101. Employee name, employee ID is salary 90,870.70. What is it? This is string, this is integer, and this is float. What type? Heterogeneous, right? Heterogeneous segments. List allows duplicate elements. List allows duplicate elements. Means here 10, 20 again, 10, 20, 30 again repeated, right? Duplicates. These are the duplicates. 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30. These are duplicate. In list, insertion order is preserved. In list, insertion order is followed. That is the order in which in list insertion order is followed. That is the order in which the elements are inserted. In the same order they are stored or displayed. Next, each element of a list is identified or accessed by a unique index. Each element of a list is identified or accessed by a unique index. List supports two types of indexes, just like string. Supports two types of indexes. Just like string, like forward index or positive index. Forward index or positive index. Starts from left to right. Starts from left to right, starts with 0. Backward index or negative index. Backward index or negative index. The sixth point is very important. List is a mutable object. There is a concept called mutable and immutability. List is a mutable object. Do you know what is mutable and immutable? So 1 second. Anyone? Okay. Okay. In the next page, separately you can write. In Python, there are two types of objects. Actually, I need to discuss this first. In Python, there are two types of objects. In Python, there are two types of objects. Immutable objects second is mutable objects. What do you mean by immutable objects? Means objects which doesn't allow objects which doesn't allow to change or modify its content are called as immutable objects. Which does not allow to change or modify its content are called as immutable objects. Example of immutable objects. All fundamental data types. All fundamental data types are immutable. What are the fundamental data types? Yes. Int, float, boolean, string, complex. All fundamental data types are immutable, which does not allow to change or modify its content. Now mutable objects means objects which allow to change or modify its content as mutable objects. Example of mutable objects: list is immutable, set is mutable, dictionary, dict is mutable. Dictionary means dict we say. List, set, dict. Tuple is immutable. Example, I'm keeping this in multi-line comments. Example, x equal to a list I'm taking, list of values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. What is x of one value here? 20. X of one value is 20. Indexing starts with 0, right? This is 0. X of 0 means 10. X of 1 is 20. X of 2. Can I modify to 25? X of 1 value is 20. Can I modify to 25 or not? Now, print x. What it prints? 10, 10, 25, 30, 40, 50. Means it is allowing to change its content from 20 to 25, right? Well, that's why we call list as mutable. Understanding? Here x is a list. Here x is a list which is allowing observe this diagrammatically. Mutability and immutability. 1 second. Save it. Now see this, to understand more on this mutable and immutable, x equal to a list I am taking 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? So internally what happens? An object gets created. In Python, everywhere you can see an object getting created, right? With multiple values. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. What is this? Some address. The address is given to x. This x of 0. This is x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, x of 4. For example, x of 1 I am trying to modify to 25, right? So it goes to this x of 1 and modifies this 20 to 25. This object we call it as mutable object. Why it is mutable object means it is allowing to change its content from 20 to 25. That's why we call it as mutable, right? But examples of immutables. Examples of immutables. All fundamental data types. All fundamental data types. Observe carefully. X equal to 10. Integer is mutable or immutable? Immutable. X equal to 10 means one object gets created with value 10, right? With some address 10309. The address is given to X. Fine. Understood? I want to modify the 10 to 20. I want to modify the 10 value to 20. Do you think will it go to this object 10 and modifies the 10 to 20, or a new object gets created? A new object gets created, right, with value 20, but it won't go to this object 10 and modifies the 10 to 20. So modifying the x value. A new object getting created. So here it is not allowing to change its content from 10 to 20, right? Immutable, which does not allow to change its content. All fundamental data types, integer, float, strings, booleans, all these are immutable. Okay, understood now? Mutables and immutables. So list is mutable or immutable? Examples of mutables: list, set, dictionary. Immutables, all fundamental data types. Now coming back to our coming back to this. If you want, you can take this diagram for that mutable object. This immutable. Here new object gets created but won't modifies the existing object. Here new object gets created but won't modifies the existing object, right? The new object gets created, but won't modify the existing object. Immutable object. Okay. Now observe, coming back to this properties, yes. So previously 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, now 10, 25, 30, 40, 50. Okay. List is a mutable object, that is changes or modifications. List is a mutable object, that is changes or modifications are allowed within a list. List is a mutable object, changes or modifications are allowed within a list. But within the list, we can have both mutable and immutables. But within the list, we can have both mutable and immutable. This one, have you understood? List is mutable, but I'm saying within the list, we can have mutable or immutable elements. Understood? Within the list, we can have mutable or immutables means. Within the list, we can have, list is mutable, I'm saying, but within the list, we can have mutable and immutable objects. Immutable or immutable elements, you say. Immutable elements. Elements or objects, whatever it is. Example. Okay, just observe this example once. This is a list, right? List is mutable. Within the list, what elements we have? Integers. Integers are what? Immutable. Integer is what? Immutable only, right? Means list is mutable, but within the list, we can also have immutable elements. Within the list, we can also have mutables. A list within a list. For example, comma I'll keep, and again I'll give 1, 2, 3. See, within the list, what integers are available, one list also available. So this is what within a list you can have immutables as well as mutables. If you want example, x equal to 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3. Here. List can also be created. List can also be created using list function. List can also be created using list function. So these properties you need to understand. Okay, list can also be created. Okay, these are the properties you need to understand. Fine. Means represented using square bracket, homogeneous, heterogeneous elements allowed, duplicates allowed, insertion order is preserved, indexing forward and backward, and it's a mutable object and it can be created by using list function. I'm saving this, save. Fine. Now let us see one example on this. Creating lists. Creating a list. X equal to 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 10, 30, 40, 50. Print X. Print X means prints the entire list. Type of X. Type of X means what you are trying to assign to X. What you are trying to assign to X. List of values. So what type? List type. It will be list type. Print ID of X. Address of X. This fine up to here it's fine, right? Now try to answer. Print X of 0. What is X of 0 value? 10. Type of X of 0. Type of X of 0. 10 means X of 0 is 10. What is its type? Integer. And this ID of X of 0. Now X of 1, type of X of 1, ID of X of 1. X of 2, type of X of 2, ID of X of 2. Now try to answer. This address of X and address of X of 0 same or different? Everyone. Address of X and address of X of 0 same or not? Everyone. x and x of 0. Same. X is what? List object gets created. X of 0 means integer object created. Both objects will have same address. Observe here, type of x is list type, but type of x of 0 is integer type. Integer object created here, their list object created here. Both will have the same address. Two different objects, right? One is integer object, one is list object, right? Two different objects, right? So address of x of 0, address of x, same or different? Different, right? Now address of x of 0, x of 2, same or different? X of 0 value is what? X of 0 value is what? X of 2 value? Both are 10, right? X of 0 is 10, x of 2 also 10. So address of x of 0 and address of x of 2, same or different? Same, right? Understand these things. How memory is allocated within a list, you need to understand. What happens internally, you need to understand here, right? So here, observe. Define a list. Observe. X is a list. 10, 20, 10, 30, 40, 50. An object gets created. An object gets created, right? Within this object, x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, x of 4, x of 5. It's going to have some address, right? The address is given to x. X of 0 value is what? 10. See that x of 0 means 10 means one object gets created with value 10, 104, some address. The address is given to x of 0. Means for x of 0, one object. X of 1 is what? 20. Is 1050 or something. That is given to x of 1. X of 2, one more object gets created with value 10, or the same object address will be given. Same address will be given to this x of 2, right? Understanding? Yes. But one more object won't be created. The same means x of 0, x of 2 has got the same address because their values are 10. Their address also same. This is the list address. This is what the list address. This is what x of 0 address. This is x of 1 address. This is x of 2. X of 3 is what? 30. X of 4, 40. X of 5, 50. Now what is a list? List is what? Collection of values. What is that? List. Collection of values. Collection of objects. What objects here? Integer objects. List is a collection of 6 integer objects. 6 integer objects. Each object is going to have its own address, or all are going to have the same address? Each object is going to have its own address. 10 has got its address, 20 has got its address, 30 has got its address, right? So list has got its address. So list address is different from x of 0, right? X of 0 and x same or different? Different. Understood everyone? Take the diagram or this. How this memory allocation is done within a list if you are storing some values, right? Hmm? List is a collection of objects. List is a collection of elements. It's a collection of values. Each object is going to have its own address. Here, list is a collection of integers only. List is a collection of one integer, one float, one string. String will have its own address. Float will have its own address. Integer will have its own address, right? Understand those things. First, okay, fine. Run module. If I say run module, yes. Why is this error?
X of 0, 1 bracket, 2 bracket. Starting from bracket.
Here one bracket, right?
Yes, sir. X of 1 also.
X of 1.
X of
X of 2. But this bracket is not required. X of 0. X of for this bracket is not required, right? We're not writing any multiple expressions there. X of 0, type of X of, per type it is required, per ID it is required. See here, list has got its address, 10 has got its address, 20 has got its address. But this address and this address same or not? X of 0 and X of 2. Both have got the values 10, same address. Okay, fine. Next is like list slicing. Extracting particular elements from the list. I got 6 elements, right? Print X prints all the 6 elements. Now extract only the first 3 elements. Everyone try to answer. Print X of 1 second. X of, observe here. This is indexing forward index, backward index. Forward index means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First three elements means this 0 I want, 1 I want, 2 I want. 0, 1, 2. So what do I need to give? 0, 2, 0, 2, 3. I need to give 0, 2, 3. You may ask why 3. This is 0 is called lower bound, 3 is called upper bound. Always upper bound is excluded. It is not upper bound excluded means 3 is excluded. Up to 2 only it takes. 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. 3 is not included, excluded. Understood? If I give 2 here, actually we should give 2 here. 0, 1, 2 only, right? 2 if we give 2 excludes 0, 1 only, it will consider. Extract 30, 40, 50. Extract 30, 40, 50. What is that? X of 2 to 5. 2, 3, 4. 5 excluded. So 2 I want, 3 I want, 4 I want. 30, 40, 50. 2 index, X of 2, X of 3, X of 4. 5 excluded. 30, 40, 50. If I give in this way X of 5 to 2. Everyone try to answer for this. 5 to 2 means what? 2 to 5 means 30, 40, 50. 5 to 2 means 50, 40, 30 you will get. Two to 5 means 30, 40, 50. Yes. Answer. Error 30, 40, 50 or 50, 40, 30. Empty list. You will get empty list because always slicing in the forward direction. If you go in the backward direction, see here 2 to 5 means forward. 2, 3, 4. So you are going into, see here, which one? 2, 3, 4. You are going in the forward direction, right? But 5 to 2 means 5 means this one. 5, 4, 3, 2. Going in the backward. Whenever you go in the backward, if you are slicing in the backward direction, you will get empty lists. Anytime if you go in the backward direction, you will go in empty. So 2 to 5. So observe this output once. List slicing dot py. Empty list you got last one. Why you got empty list means if you 5 to 2 backward direction, if you slice, you get it. Now try to say extract 30, 40, 50 using negative index. Everyone try it. Everyone, some of you they are not answering. Everyone give the answers. Yes. What is the 30, 40, 50? In using negative index, you try to slice. Yes. Minus. Wrong answer. Next. Minus Yes, -4 to -1. See here, you said -2, right? -2 means you are going backward direction. Backward direction means empty list again. You're going backward. You cannot go backward. Always forward direction. Means -1. What you want to slice? 30, 40, 50, right? -1, -2, -3, -4. This is -4. Go forward. -4 I want. -3 I want. -2 I want. Means what I should give? Print x of -4 to -1. -1 excluded, up to -2 it takes. -4, -3, -2. Means I should give -1. If I give -2 will be excluded again. 50 you won't get, right? Slicing in the using negative index also in the forward direction. Negative indexing will be in the backward. Indexing will be backward, but slicing should be forward. Understanding? Observe you got the output or not, to check. 30, 40, 50. Yes. Now, extract 30 to 60. Now try to answer 30 to 60 using positive is a first. Using positive index only.
-2
2 to space. 2 to space is one. Another way.
-2
So x of 2 to. So here once 0, 1, 2, 30 onwards. 30 means 2. 2 I want. 2, 3, 4, 5. If I say 5 means 60 will be excluded, right? But I want 60 also. Can I see 2 to 6? Can I say 6 index not available? Can I give or not? Yes, I can give because 6 we are not considering excluded. We are not, it will be, even though if we give 6 also, it is excluded. It won't be considered, right? Up to 5 only it takes. 2 to 6 means it will take up to 2 to 5 only it takes. If we give 5, up to 4 it takes. 2 to 6 means I am not trying to access 6. It will be excluded, up to 5 only it takes, right? Even though 6 is not available, I am not trying to access it. It will be excluded. Otherwise, as you said, print another way is x of 2 to space, right? That is also fine. 2 to all the remaining elements. From 2 means 32, all the remaining elements. If you are not giving the upper bound, if upper bound is excluded, ignored. If upper bound is ignored, right? Now try to say using negative index. -4 I had, but this -4 to empty, right? -4 to empty means this -4 to all the remaining elements, all the remaining elements, right? All these three results the same output, 30 to 60, right? Okay. Print x of, this time I'm ignoring this lower bound. Ignoring the lower bound means what is the output? If I am not giving this lower bound up to from the start to third index, from the start of that to third index, 3 excluded up to 2, 0, 1, 2, 10, 20, 30, right? If I am not giving this lower bound means it will start from the starting to third index, third excluded, 0, 1, 2 it takes, 10, 20, 30. Now say if I get error or not, this one. If I ignore both, now both are not given. Lower bound, upper bound, both are not given. It prints the entire list now. It prints what? If you're not giving the lower bound, start of that text. If you're not giving the upper bound, up to the end it takes. If you're not giving both, it entire list is going to be taken 10 to 60. Similar to print x, right? Similar to print x. Both results the same output. Otherwise, print x of 0 to all the upper bound. These 3 results the same output, right? Yes. Can I give the combination of negative and positive? For example, is it valid? Now try to say -4 to +4. Is it valid? Yes. Try to answer. -4 means what? 30. +4 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 50. -4 means 30. +4 means 50. -4 to +4 means 30, 30, 40. -4 means this. +4 means 50. 50 excluded. 30, 40 takes. Understood everyone? See the output once. 30, 40, right? List. The resultant is also a list. You're slicing the resultant also you are going to get as list, right? Output for this 0 to 6 colon 10, 10, 30, 50. How come? 0 to 6 with the increment of 2. What is this 2? 0 to 6 with the increment of 2 with a step of 2 means 0 to 6 only. 0 index, 2 index, 4 index. At 0 index, what element? 10. At 2 index, 30. At 4 index, 50. So what is the output? 10, 30, 50. 10, 30, 50. Understood? Everyone, this two, what is this 2? 0 to 6, you know, entire list 0 to 6. But 2 means what? With the increment of 2. I doesn't want all the indexes. 0 index, 2 index, 4 index. 6 you cannot take. 0 index means 10, 2 index means 30, 4 index means 50. Now try to say for this. X of 0 to not 0 colon 2. Same output, right?
Yes, sir.
This means this means what? Entire list with a step of 2. It's the same. Now say me the output. entire list in the reversed order. Reversing a list. This is nothing but reversing a list. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. -1 to this. Reversing a list, right?